Wenye wananiona ninaomba munyoshe mkono zenu. Niliona Dean of Students akisema mkinyosha mkono mnanyosha hivi, sio hivi. Can I see your hands up? All right. Now, I'll be taking care of your emotional needs. Whenever I understand that where you are coming from a setup where there is a family. And now that you're in Kisii University, this is also another family. Whenever you have issues that you need someone to talk to about your emotional needs, anything that you feel that you need to be supported, as the counseling department, I'm one of the staff that will be helping you through the processes. So with no much to say, I leave it to my co-counselor to take you through what we take care of during the processes of the counseling and what it entails when you need the support from our counseling department. Thank you so much.
Asante sana, Ruth. The reason as to why I've introduced Ruth before I speak is that there are those who seek counseling services, and as you seek counseling services, you are specific that you want to speak to a certain gender. Then be rest assured that in our department counseling office, Ruth will take care of those who need the female gender as a counselor, and those who need specifically a male gender as a counselor, I'll be there for you. Those who do not have an issue, they only need counseling services, they don't look at gender, then both of us will be there for you. Having said that, I want to bring this to your attention. As we begin this orientation week, from the counseling office, we want you to understand that counseling is an integral and essential part of humanity. We have a misconception when we are talking about counseling. People think that these are guys who are seated in the office who do not have any professional qualifications. They are just seated there to wait for some people to come ili wachape mshene. But I want to tell you that this is a serious profession, and a serious profession sometimes more than even the medical services. In developed countries, the research that I've seen indicates that 80% of those who seek medical services in hospitals, they are not suffering from organic problems. They are suffering from psychological problems. And hence, in those developed countries, before they employ a medical doctor, a clinician, they first employ psychological counselors to take care of those psychological issues. So when you come to our offices, we are even more serious than the medics who sometimes do an assessment of a client within 5 minutes and they are done. Us as counselors, we have a whole 45 minutes to 1 hour, and sometimes the first counseling sessions, they may take even 1.5 hours or more, depending on the history that we are taking from the client. Because that history taking of a client will help us to put you in our own assessment, where we have our own axes. If we see you have issues that pertains with clinical disorders, those are depression, bipolar, anxiety, schizophrenia, we will look at those areas in axis 1 and assess and see what kind of professional help that you need. If there is something of personality disorders in Axis 2, those are like antisocial personality disorders. We have schizotypal, schizoid, borderline personality, histrionic personality disorders. All those disorders, 10 of them, we will look at that axis, and if there is an issue, we will be able to offer you professional guidance and counseling. In Axis 3, we look at medical conditions. If you have any general medical condition, we will look at it in tandem with our diagnostic statistical manual, where we have the international classified diseases. We will see what issue that you are suffering from, then we will be able to walk in that journey with you. In Axis 4, we have what we call psychosocial and environmental issues. Most of them, 60 to 80%, are the issues that our students go through. We will be able to assess you when we are taking the history and be able to give you proper professional guidance and counsel that you need. In Axis 5 is where we have what we call the Global Assessment Functioning Scale. It is between 0 to 100. If our client is doing between 70 to 100, is okay, is normal. If there is something between 60 to 70, there is a small issue. But those who are under 40, 50, 40, 30, those are serious cases that we have several sessions with them to ensure that we work with them and see that at the end of that they become victorious. So in a nutshell, it's a serious office that wants to work with you, help you as you begin your journey in Kisii University, that you will be able to see you through and be successful as we sit here and enjoy and celebrate that day that you are graduating. So, counseling to us is getting professional guidance, professional support from personnel that are qualified, that are professionals. You can hear them called counselors or psychotherapists. All those names are one and the same. It means the same thing, but only the intensity. Psychotherapists sometimes deal with the deep neurotic issues that our clients are suffering from. So as counselors, we listen, we help, we understand, and we deal with your problems, we deal with your feelings, and we deal with your difficult situations. In less than 5 minutes, listen to me. I want to be very clear so that you know there is no issue that we cannot handle in counseling. And when it is beyond our capacity to handle, we have referrals to people maybe who are senior or who are more specialized or more professionals in those areas. Some of the things that we do psychological assessment on are as follows. 1, emotional functioning. Sometimes you are sad, you are angered, you are in a lot of fear. In our term, we call it phobia. Phobia is a kind of a clinical problem. You are full of guilt from issues that has happened in your life. Emotional instability. All those things are under that emotional functioning, and we will help you, work with you, so that you can be able to function well emotionally. Number 2, we look at cognitive functioning. In cognitive functioning is issues about memory. And for your information, you have come from high school. Let me see by a show of hand. How many at high school you could be studying a subject and you find sometimes you are reading one sentence 10 times or 5 times or 3 times. You are reading one sentence. Let me see by a show of hand. If you are there. Oh, amuko. Nyinyi mko sawa, Mungu awabariki. I could have told you. If you had a problem, I could have told you on how to sort it out. But kwa sababu sijaona mkono, inamaanisha kwamba sharp students Nyinyi mukisoma, vitu zina move from sensory memory to short-term memory to long-term memory, and in the course of the 4 years in Kisii University, you will be able to retrieve everything and pass with flying colors. So thank you, God bless you, because you have indicated you don't have issues on cognitive functioning. In behavior, we'll be looking at your behavior patterns, habits, aggression, withdrawal, and other behavioral changes. In personality, if you want to understand your personality, we do psychological assessment. You will get to know whether you are a sanguine, you are a choleric, a phlegmatic, or a perfect melancholy. You will understand your inner traits, the reason as to why you behave the way you behave, what are your weaknesses, and what are your strengths in terms of your personality. So we'll look at personality traits, coping styles, attitudes, and interpersonal patterns. Social relationships. As you are seated here, I know that there are those who met yesterday or the day before yesterday or on Thursday, and already you become friends and intimate friends. But when you come to us, we will help you that the friendship you formulate when you are queuing to be admitted, sometimes those friendships should be taken with some caution. Because some of you date in the morning, at lunch you are intimate friends, and in the evening you are husband and wife. Sometimes you give instead of giving somebody a quarter of your heart so that you remain with 3/4, you give somebody the entirety of your heart, and it crushes that heart. And then you come to us crying. Come to us, we will help you on how to navigate through. Some of these relationships that you have called campus relationships are the relationships that counselors we call come, we stay until graduation do us part. The day you graduate, you don't know where your colleague disappeared to mysteriously. So you will come to us, we'll be able to guide you on those areas. We have family backgrounds. We look at family relationships, upbringing, family conflicts, and also significant family events. In mental health, we will be able to look at symptoms that are associated with conditions such as depression, anxiety, trauma, and other psychological difficulties. What we also assess is academic occupational functioning, performance, motivation, whether it is intrinsic motivation or extrinsic motivation, your concentration levels, difficulties at the university that deny you performance. Those are the things that we look into on academic functioning and also occupational functioning. In substance use, we also look at misuse of substances, alcohol, drugs, and other substances. You come to us, we will help you in those areas. Coping mechanisms, self-concept. Hello? When your body image is right, your self-image and ideal self, when all of them are high, they translate to what we call a high self-esteem. And any student with a high self-esteem, that student performs. So come to us, we help you. That even if your figure is figure 11, yani mbele na nyuma inakaa kama haina tofauti, unakaa figure 11. I want to tell you, come to us, we will help you to understand that you are uniquely and wonderfully created. And the shape, the container might not be the issue, but the content in the container is what somebody should be looking about. Not about the figure 8 kwamba niko na documentary evidence or sitting allowances, capacity building. No, those are not the issue. The issue is the content in the container. Then we'll also assess things like risk and safety, assessment for possible self-harm, suicidal thoughts, harm to others, abuse, and other safety concerns. We also assess those things. Cultural and spiritual factors, your belief systems, your values, your culture, all those things we assess in our office. And lastly, physical and medical factors, the healthy conditions, how you sleep, sleep analysis, medication, pain, and other things related to physical and medical factors are assessed in our counseling office. So we want to welcome you. The things that I've highlighted is for the purpose of giving a holistic understanding of you to identify your strengths, your difficulties, your needs, so that we can be able to give you appropriate treatment and counseling interventions that are required. Until Wednesday, when I and Ruth and other coaches that will help us, we will be meeting you closely in groups to orient you. I want to say this final statement as I sit down, that there are two great days in a person's life. The day you were born and the day you realize the reason as to why you were born. I want to trust that you were born alive and listening to me. But the other great day that is what I desire is to know the reason as to why you were born. You are not a superfluous intervention. You are not an accident. You are here by divine providence to accomplish a purpose and an assignment to which that God created you for. Benjamin Elijah Mill says that a tragedy in this world is not that you did not reach your goals, but the tragedy in this goal is that you did not, in this life, is that you did not have goals to reach for. The calamity is not that you did not reach stars, but you did not have stars to reach for. So until you come to us or we meet closely to assist you, I want to leave you with the words of Isaac Newton, who said that if I see far, it is because I stand on the shoulders of giants. Our dean is a giant. Our department coordinators are giants. Henry is a giant. Our university management are giants. Stand on our shoulders. See your destiny. We will celebrate you as we walk with you until you reach to your destiny. Watch over your thoughts, because your thoughts become your words. Watch over your words, because your words become your actions. Watch over your actions, because your actions become your habits. Watch over your habits, because those habits become your character. And watch over your character, because that very character will take you to your destiny. Thank you. May God bless you. May God watch over you, put a catch around you, protect you as you walk through the 4 years until that day when we celebrate you as you graduate from this institution. Thank you. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. In Greek language they say wisdom lilo. Wale watu ambao wanajua Greek wana understand hiyo. Aya, nataka mtumpatie mosquito. Sisikie sauti vizuri. Mosquito. Catch it. Confuse it. Kill it. Mosquito. Catch it. Confuse it. Kill it. Hapo iko sawa. For those of you who are joining us live back at home, for those of you who are watching us live, thank you for joining Kisii University online team. We have a very active team that is dealing with the media to ensure everything is documented. Every bit of this information is documented so that for those who are going to miss this, they're also going to watch it live and see the proceedings. I can see Jane Naliaka has joined live, Lamek Nyanchama, Austin Famous, Professor Kiprop Joshua Ndiema has also joined. Amos Kiplagat has joined. Gavi Ray. Thank you so much for joining. Remember the hashtag is Kisii University. Hashtag leave no student behind. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, allow me to invite the person in charge of sports, games and sports activities, Mr. David Obungo. Mpigieni makofi akikuja. Tafadhali mpigieni makofi. Karibu sana.
Thank you, MC, Madam Dean, and all the other officers who have joined us, plus student leadership. Once again, good morning. Let me talk very quickly about sports. As I said, I'm a teacher by profession. I like being next to my students when addressing them. We are very far up there, but also it's becoming hot and I'm wearing a coat, so I'll come just near here. So as you have been told, My name's David Gikenyo Bungu. I'm in charge of sports. Our office is here. If you first floor, that's more office. Second door, that's where my office is located. The other one is the general office. Why do we offer sports? I will also talk about the structure of university sport and the world. I will also talk about the sports we offer. I will also talk about how do we pay for internal and external sports activities if you join the school team. I will also talk about, like I've said, the facilities where they are located, because I'm sure some of you are wondering, these are the only facilities you are seeing for sports, and yet we participate in so many sports. How do we do it? So, first and foremost, in Kisii University, we have so many sports, both indoor and outdoor. And why, as the university invested a lot of money in these sports? One, for those talented students to exploit your talents. As you are aware, sports is a big industry these days. Even most of the highest earners in one sport, in the world, are found in sports. We now have trillion. We have about 3-4 people who are now trillionaires in dollars through sports. Messi, Ronaldo, David Beckham, and there are many others. Those are in football who are trillionaires because of sports. So we realize, the university realizes that we do have very talented university students, and we give them an opportunity to exploit their talents once they are here. And we have such very many students. Even as I'm speaking right now, I am with the netball coach there. He's telling me we have first years already, ladies who are in the national team, training currently at Kasarani for Africa Championships. So such students, very talented, we offer them an opportunity to exploit their talents. Secondly, we also offer sports so that you can have, for socialization. This is where you will meet many of your friends and you socialize if you love a certain game. It's also another way of for you to exercise your leisure time. Very beneficial in sports. This is where you will come and interact after classes so that you can fend off. So those are, I think, the three main reasons why we offer sports, but there are many others. But because all the officers have come here, I will not go into it so much. So which sports do we offer? I've said we offer both indoor and outdoor. So let me start with athletics. This is our track. So we do offer athletics, men and women, including field events. In this field, there are sections for discus, shot put, high jump, etc. And then the track is here. Currently, our girls team, they are the national champions in athletics in Kenya, the girls athletics team. We also have some of the best long distance runners in our team. Some of them are in second year, others are in third year. Then we also offer all ball games. Soccer, this is our main field. Basketball, soon it will be repaired. We do use here. We also have volleyball. We can have about 4 or 5 volleyball pitches there. We also have handball. They normally use the other side there. We also have hockey. Hockey, we also use the track here. You will see from next week how they train. Then I've said volleyball, all those ball games, we have all of them. Then we also have what we call rollerball. Those who do skates, rollerball, they do play here. And our teams, the men team is top 2 when it comes to universities. This year they lost last year in the national finals against JKUAT, but we were the reigning champions. So we have ladies and men. And they do also participate in the rollerball Premier League in Kenya. And normally, like the men, they were placed, I think, number 4 in the country. So all of those games, we offer them rollerball. It is played here, and you will see them also running around here with their skates. Then we have all the indoor games: badminton, table tennis, chess. In fact, chess, our students have participated all the way up to World Championships. I think the last time they were in Ghana for a World Chess tournament. So all those indoor teams, we have the various venues. We will post them on the note spots. But even the other students will lay them where they are. Badminton, we normally train at Kisii School. And we also have a county, what do we call it? At the county. There is also at the county near the road to Kirigori, Kisii. We call it Mashauli. There is also somewhere where there is a venue they train. Swimming, the university is in the process of building a swimming pool, but it has not been built, but it has been approved. So currently we use various hotels in Kisii town, especially Kisii Sports Club. That's where we train our swimmers. Darts, although is also played within the various lecture halls. The student you will find to know about them from the other students. Which game have I left out? All those games. So I think I've finished all of them. If there is any karate, taekwondo, all those, we also offer them. We use the various lecture halls when you don't have classes in the evening and during the weekend. Even in Nyaya Hall, down there, you will also, during the campus tour, you will be told about it. So we offer all those games in the university. Currently, by the way, we have around 44 teams in the university, both men and women. Soccer, all those teams I've named, we have been national champions in all of them. Soccer women, we have about several players who are playing in Shabana, which is now a Premier League team. So you are welcome to join those teams. How do you join the school team? All the teams practice here during the evening, or when you don't have classes. The teams have their own schedules. You were told we are only two at games office. So how do two people run games for 8,000 students? So what we do, we use volunteer coaches and use students to run games. So you will find that most of our training is done by some of your lecturers. So you will also meet your lecturers in games. Like now, I have Dr. Mogoi, who is in the School of Sports. He's here, he's in charge of netball. Several of those people you are seeing there, they also assist us. So you will find even your professor assisting you as the coach. Yes. Then we also use students, especially if you are good. As the captain, we use captains and assistant captains. In fact, they are the ones who almost run the games in the university. We also have various refereeing federations, like now in soccer. We have a student here by the name Koech, who is in charge of referees for football. We do learn a league. Later on we'll come to that. Inter-faculty or inter-school leagues, which goes on throughout the semester. And all of you are welcome to participate. These are your fellow students who run those games. So that's how we run the games. We use volunteer coaches. We don't have, like KU, USIU, Strathmore, these are the big private universities like Kabarak, MKU. We have professional coaches. As we use volunteer coaches and our students, but still we're very competitive. So how is university games structured? Just like high school, where we used to start games from, zone. Is it from zone? Yes. So even the universities, we have what we call Kenya Universities Sports Federation, KUSUFU. KUSUFU runs university sports in Kenya. We have been divided into what we call conferences. The national government, we have counties. In the university sports, we have conferences. Kisii University is placed in what we call Western Conference. Western Conference starts from Kericho. So we have University of Kabiaga, we have Rongo University down here, we have Mumboya University, we have Masida Muliro, we have Kaimosi University, we also have Kibabi, then we have Alube, which has come to Busia. Then the latest one we have is Turkana University College. They have also joined our conference. So we are about 11 universities. So we do compete in those games. Like now, we will put in our note spot. Already we have our calendar of events. It is starting to run from 8th of the next month up to 20th of December. Then we will break for Christmas and the first semester will end. So we will start from there. So how do we participate and how do we go to nationals? Then we go to East Africa and all that. So Kenya University Sports Federation runs University Sport in Kenya. Then we are also a member of what we call Federation of East Africa University Sport. In short, it is called FEUS. So that one brings all universities in East Africa, all the way from Ethiopia to Somalia, DRC Congo, then Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and all that. Then we are also affiliated to what we call Federation of Africa University Sport. That one is called FASU. FASU now brings all the universities in Africa for sports. As I've said, we have a tournament. That FASU which is coming, it will be at the University of Cairo. The other one was hosted in Lagos University, even Kenyatta University hosted sometimes back. That one, the duration of FASU games is after 2 years. Federation of East Africa University Games, we have the all the games after 2 years. Then we have what we call Federation of International University Sport, FISU. FISU now is the one which runs all the university games in the world. They are like, if you go to football, like FIFA. So they are the FIFA of universities. They are the ones who set the rules. Like currently, the basic one is that if you have to participate in the university sports, you must be below 25 years old. So above 25, you cannot compete in those sports. But you might ask yourself, you cannot compete in those sports, why will you participate? I'm going to tell you. So FISU games are also held after every 2 years. And like I told you, the university is very serious in supporting sports. The last one was held in Germany, Düsseldorf. We did have 3 athletes. The next one will be in China next year. Those who will qualify, we have qualifying times, they will also go. So those are the federations which run university sports. So I told you we have conferences. So we have Western Conference, we have Nairobi has 3 conferences, Coast, and there is what we call Central, and Rift Valley. We compete in Western, and all the teams which are number 1, 2, if it is football, if our team is number 1, 2, we qualify for national finals, which we hold every year. Every year we must have national playoffs for all the games, both indoor and outdoor. So your team is number 1, 2, you join. But we also have a pro rata where sometimes a conference can send 3 or 4 teams depending on how many universities are there. Like in Nairobi, they have so many universities, so sometimes we might be given a higher number. How do you join the university? As I say, you come for training, when you are good, you join the team. Like now, netball, women, currently almost all the first 16 are first years, just like you. So you can join those teams. Then from there now you compete and you qualify, and then the university sponsors you all the way, like I've said. That is for those who are talented. If you are not very talented, you cannot join the university team. Still, you are welcome to participate in games. You can come to our office, you sign for a ball, you sign for a racket, you sign for any equipment. You come with your school, no, not school, your you can assign your ball, and as friends, you can be playing when you are free. And at the end of the semester, you can return the same equipment back to the games office. Our store is down there, and we do have the person who helps in issuing the equipment is just in this office. So games is not for only those who are talented. It is also for leisure, or for pleasure. So for those of you who just want to have your pleasure, or you enjoy your leisure time, we do give you also balls, apart from also giving the equipment to the school teams. School teams travel on Fridays if they are going out outside the university. We normally travel on Friday, and they do come back on Sunday. if the games ends. Or our leagues, I've told you we have our leagues. We call them the university leagues. They run from September to December. Then the playoffs are normally held in second semester around April. So those who are number 1 and 2, they go to the playoffs in April or before we close or we finish the academic year. So for this year, we are starting our activities on around 18 September with training of captains at Onboard University. So you can join those leagues. We will put on the note spots the fixtures. If you are good, you can join those teams. In high school, when we go for games, you used to be given sword and bread, something like that. Here in the university, when we join the university teams and we are going out or we are playing within here, we give what we call an allowance. So we pay you an allowance, and that allowance we use it badly. If you are going out, that allowance you use it for accommodation, for your meals. Currently, so that if you join, the captain doesn't take your money, we pay 400 shillings if you are within the university. When we go out, we pay 800 shillings per student when we go out. But they are talking of revising it. That one now your student union will tell you about that. We are the ones who fight for those allowances. So currently that's what we are. And by your captain, 800 shillings per day. So we need this. If you want to use the whole field, you must come to our office so that you tell us on this and this day, the school of maybe history students, we want to play CRE students. So you will come into our office and we will now circulate that to the other students so that we tell them between 11 and 12, history students will play CRE students so that they leave the field for you. Otherwise, normally we have very many quarrels and other minor things here because of the use of the field. So we like structuring and issuing use of the field from the games office. When we are traveling out, as I said, if you join the university teams, traveling within our university is supposed to be between 6 and 6 p.m. So you make sure when you travel out, ensure that you find from your teammates what time the bus is leaving, so that you find out when you are not left out there. Because of time, we will talk more when we meet in our teams. The training will start from next week. So if you want to join any team, look at the field and you will see where they are training, join them. Otherwise, I want to welcome you from teams. Please, especially those students who are very needy, please make sure that you join these teams. That small allowance can always help you out, because every weekend we have teams going out. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. Come and join our team so that we continue shining as you continue studying for your life. Thank you so much and welcome.
Aya, nataka tumpigie makofi 5 factorial clubs. Sawa, twende pamoja. Thank you so much, Bwana Ubungu. That is the sports, is in charge of sports and games. You've understood everything about that. Kuna mzazi ambaye ana watch live anaitwa Angelo Nasri Edu. Amesema tumsalimie mtoto wake anaitwa Frank Nyamache. Frank Nyamache, uko hapa ndani? Mzazi wako amesema tukusalimie. Yeye anakutazama akiwa live. Now ladies and gentlemen, because of time, I would like to go to the next speaker. That is, the next speaker is coming to talk about university medical services and disability related issues. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Baraza. Mpigeni makofi Mr. Baraza akikuja kuzungumzia mambo ya medical. Mr. Baraza, tafadhali.
The Dean of Students and all protocols observed, I want to say good morning. I want to welcome you, all students of the first year at our medical health facilities, because our priority is first to give you health and your well-being. And the other service we offer is the laboratory services. And most of the laboratory services that we offer mainly are like the malaria, parasite testing, stool, and other HIV tests. There are some more tests that we do. But if you come there, you will know that we will do most of them. So you are welcome there. Everything that you require. So if you are sick, come there, offer you drugs. Then also we offer services for TB patients who are diagnosed maybe outside and you want to collect drugs. We have a specific room. You come with a card, continue medication there till be given. We also offer VCT and HIV testing. So if you feel that you want to be tested HIV, because it's a government regulation or requirement that every person who comes to seek medical attention, especially in government health facility, have to be tested. So if you feel you want to know your health status, especially HIV, come and test you. And then also concerning our services, as I said, it's 24 hours and it's free of charge, not be charged to anything. Because the 2,000 that you have paid will not cover for CT scan. Like if you go for the other health facility, health requirement outside, if you have referred to you, and then the ECG, and then also the MRI, they don't cover them. If we refer and you are admitted outside the Kisii University, what happens is that the parents pays for everything. That's why the core requirement that you are supposed to be registered by SHA, because most of the health facilities are outside there, within the referral hospital within, you are covered by SHA, especially if you are dependent under your parent, because the Dean of Students will write a letter to confirm that you are a qualified student within our university. As also you take on this new chapter, of your academic progress, meeting new friends, new experiences. What maybe I'll tell you is that you be disciplined, and then you face life with a positive attitude, because for you, the time that is ahead of you, many people are looking upon you, including the parents, the relatives, that if you come out, you will be successful. So, otherwise, you know more, our facilities will be there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hapa tulisema tupige makofi hivi hivi, si ndio? Haya, tusimame tena. Najua mmechoka kukaa. Just stand up. Stand up mbio. Haya, nataka mfanye kitu nafanya, sawa? Utakuwa unapiga 1 2 3 alafu 1 2. Tuko pamoja mpaka hapo. Hapa kuna watoto mahali huko. Hakuna matope hapo, simiti ndio kila mahali. Haya, twende pamoja. 1 2 3 alafu 1 2. Tuko pamoja. Sawa, 3 2 1 twende. Pale nyuma, pale katikati watu wamesimama, pale katikati. Mimi naona kila mahali. Sawa, twende 3 2 1 twende. 1 2 3 alafu tena 1 2 3 tena. Haya, nipige makofi chini. Hiyo ilikuwa for stretch kidogo. Now this juncture, let me invite back the Dean of Students, that is our man. She has a special address. Karibu sana, Madam Dean.
This might be the most common face around this time. Don't worry. I'm taking this opportunity to take us to the next speaker. We are talking about very sensitive things. You know, we are getting from soft to harder and harder and harder. So as we move along, kindly press yourself for now getting into harder things, okay? We are moving to drugs and substances of abuse. In the university, we have a director. We have a directorate, which is under medical services, but currently it is manned by a programs coordinator, Mr. Oyuer. Kindly stand up and salute. Thank you so much. Next, we have a committee. To be the chair of that committee. Oyuer happens to be the secretary to that committee. And I'm sorry that we only have another one member present with us. Douglas, kindly, can you salute? I don't know whether you come here and say one, or you are kindly, for the interest of time, so that we move to our facilitator quickly. I will not move from here because I want us to move fast. You are the only one, and Oyuer, come.
Comrades, how are you? Habari zenu? My name is Chafe Oyuer. I'm the program officer in the ADA. ADA means Alcohol, Drug and Substance Abuse Prevention. As at the university, we love you and we are here to guide you because what a young man can't see while standing on a big mountain, an elderly person can see it clearly while seated on a valley. So, as elders, as your teachers, we are here to guide you, to tell you how to step on this ground of Kisii University, so that you can realize your dreams. Thank you. We shall be together. Tutashirikiana pamoja. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May I welcome our member of ADA committee, whom we do tunashirikiana pamoja. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Good morning. Salute wherever you are. Congratulations for joining Kisii University. Hongera sana. My name is Douglas Mongare. I'm a member of the ADA committee. One message. There are so many knives in Kisii. There are so many knives in Kisii. And one of the knives is a knife of alcohol and substance abuse. Please make sure by the time you get the 4th year, you have not been cut by that knife. Take care and God bless you. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Let's shake that. Thank you. I take this opportunity to invite our guest who is going to talk to us on matters alcohol and drugs and other substances of abuse. He is Mr. George Kasera, Arrowings. When you get that one, you know where he comes from. Simeo. Simonasikia hiyo name, that one. Okay, he's the county coordinator, Nakada County Coordinator for Kisii County. Are we together? Because drugs and substances of abuse are a really threat to the lives of our students, we have decided to get an expert to give you a few tips on the reality on the ground. Can we raise our hands? Peleka mkono juu. Let's fanya hivi. Weka madoido kidogo. Madoido kidogo. Madoido kidogo. Raindrops, raindrops, raindrops. Fala. Itakuja vizuri. Showers, Zini, the land of showers, okay? Showers zinakuja hivi, manyunyu. Then inakuja raindrops, 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 raindrops. Fala. Thank you. George, the floor is yours.
Comrades power. Comrades power. So I want to start by appreciating the organizers, the dean and management, and also the ADA committee. Now students, I want to congratulate you. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations na karibuni sana Kisii. My very good name is George Kasera. George Kasera works for Nakada as the county coordinator for Kisii County. Up until last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I was in charge of Kisii and Nyamira. But now I have some very good news that we have a substantive office in Nyamira and an officer has been sent there. Simtapiga makofi baadaye, so that George Kasera remains for you and you alone. So today I am not alone. I came with a colleague. I will just ask him to say his name, just name alone, and then I will pick it up from that point.
My name is Norbert Ogai. I work for Nakada Kisii as the compliance officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Norbert. So now Norbert is our compliance officer at Nakada Kisii. So I know some of us seated down there are already wondering, why are we talking about alcohol and drug abuse today when we are having our orientation? Kwa nini Nakada wameitwa waje watusomee na sisi tunafanya tu orientation? You will get to see the reason why we have chosen to call you, to call Nakada, or rather why Nakada has come to speak to you. One reason is that we are seeing that a good number or a good proportion of young people in Kenya, including yourselves and we here, have an alcohol or drug abuse problem. Na sio nyinyi, ni wale wenye wako kuja katika huu mkutano. The others out there. But even so, those that do not have alcohol or drug abuse problem are at risk of developing one. That is why we decided that as we do our orientation, Nakada will come. Number two is that we are seeing a whole lot of young people killing themselves. Ati amekuwa heartbroken, amewachwa. Ati amesafa heart problem kwa sababu ameachwa. So we are seeing a whole lot of violence. We are seeing homicide cases, suicide cases that are increasing among young people, students in particular. Na ukichunguza vizuri pale ndani, there is alcohol, there is drug that is underlying. Number 3, why we have chosen to come as NACADA ni kwamba most young people, majority of wale ambao wamekaa pale chini, do not know how to seek help, where to seek help, or whom to talk to when there is a problem. That is why we are here, because we want to point you to the right direction so that you know how to seek help, where to seek that help from within the university, or sometimes even outside the borders of this particular institution, so that you are assisted. Kama wewe umekuwa ukitumia pombe, bangi, madawa ya kulevya na umefikia ile tunaita dependence ama addiction, drug addiction, na unataka kusaidiwa, where do you seek that help from? We are here to point you to that direction. So please listen carefully. Now, before I get into the main subject matter, allow me to mention briefly what NACADA is all about. What is it that we do? Just briefly, but I know Dr. here will invite me again and again so that we can get to discuss what NACADA is all about and programs that we undertake. One is that NACADA is government. So we are not an NGO, we are not a CDO, we are not a group of people. We are government and national government for that matter. NACADA in full is the national authority for the campaign against alcohol and drug abuse. So even from the name itself, we are reminded that we are a campaign body. What do we do in campaign? We teach, we talk to people, we sensitize, tunahamasisha na tunaambia watu ukweli. So leo tena tunakuongea ukweli. We were established in 2012 through an act of parliament that is also commonly known as NACADA Act of 2012. We will explore that later on. And the main reason why we were established is to coordinate the multi-sector campaign against alcohol and drug abuse. So again, you can also begin to pick one or two things there, that our role is that of coordination. We may be implementers, but we also play a very pivotal role in terms of coordinating drug prevention activities. Now, what are our core thematic areas, core functional areas? One has to do with public education and advocacy. Now, this is where we sensitize you, we train, and we have a whole lot of trainings that are listed. Some of us, particularly those who are doing social sciences, psychology, sociology, and so on, you want to be a friend to George Kasera and team, because we have so many areas here that you can benefit from, and we'll discuss that. Every once in a while, through public education and advocacy, we will be involving some of you to help us even on road shows and community activities here and there. Since amen. Yeah. Counseling and rehabilitation, again, that is our strong role. Kuna wale wametumia sana ambao wamefikia kiwango cha kuwa hawawezi kujimudu wenyewe. And as such, they need counseling, they need treatment, they need rehabilitation, they need what we call brief interventions. Here we are to support you with that, of course, through the university management. Then lastly, or last but not least, we also have research as one of the thematic areas. And we don't just conduct studies every 5 years or every now and then, but we do conduct studies, we disseminate findings, and I'm just going to do that right away. We disseminate some findings just to inform you or to poke your mind a bit. Then we also don't end it there. After dissemination, we also act as a repository of such data. What does that mean? We are a focal point where you can get to access all this data that pertains to alcohol and drug abuse, whether done by NACADA, whether done by Professor or Dr. Osoro here, and team, or even done by you as a student, or somebody that is outside the borders of Kenya. We act as a focal point. You can come to NACADA and get to see what is really happening in terms of numbers. So, numbers. How about numbers? Can I speak numbers now? Briefly? Yes. I say one of our core functional areas has to do with research. And Of course, I forgot something just before I get to numbers. Other than research, we also do policy development. Kama umewahi kusikia masheria kama Mtugo Law, the Alcoholic Drinks Control Act, that is our brainchild. We play a very strong role to ensure that the Mtugo Law imepitishwa bunge na imekuwa sheria. Kwa wale wanataka kujua Mtugo Law ni nini, I will be back and we will speak about it exclusively. Then of course we have other laws like the Narcotics and Psychotropic Substances Act, the Tobacco Control Act, and so on and so forth. And we go on and on and on, but because of time I will rest it there. So we play a very strong role in terms of making sure kwamba tuko na sheria na hizi sheria zinazingatiwa na zinafuatwa. So numbers. I want to share very briefly about a study that we did just the other day in 2024. And this one was targeting universities or students at the university level across the Republic, both private and public, like Kisii University. And quickly, allow me to jump into numbers. And we are seeing that even in universities, the problem of alcohol and drug abuse is rampant. It is big. You can only imagine how big this problem is. And I'm going to share that in terms of numbers. So we are told that at least 18%, actually 18.6% of university students, some are here seated and some are outside there listening carefully so that they get to know what George has to say. 18.6% wanatumia pombe kila siku. And you can imagine the kind of alcohol they drink, because not all alcohol is clean. If anything, did you hear what happened in Rwanda just the other day? Did they ban certain brands from Kenya? Say yes. Yeah, they did. So 18.6% wanatumia pombe. Cigarette, and when we talk about cigarette, we are talking about cigarette the way you know it. Una ile ugora, unaenda kwa manini, unatafuna, ukitema mate, kuna tambu, kuna mambo mengi tu, si ndio? Again, we are seeing our biggest problem, even at the university level, is tobacco. Whether we are smoking it as shisha, or as kuber, or as tobacco itself, natafuna, ama sigara ile ya duka. That is our number 2 problem, 7.2%. About shisha itself, again, you can see 4.6% of university students wanatumia shisha. Na usifikiri kwamba hii shisha iko mbali sana na Kisii University. It is all within around here. Okay? How about miraa? The same study suggested, or rather pointed, that at least 10.2% of comrade power, chipi, chalala, wanatafuna miraa. Wanakula miraa. Na sio miraa tu ile peke yake, the leaves peke yake, hiyo ni mboga. Wanatafuna mpaka na twigs. Ile miraa ya kawaida, ile ngozi yake wanatafuna pole pole. Chakula ya mbuzi unatafutia nini? Inakusaidia wapi chakula ya mbuzi? So 10.2%. Wale ambao wanakula mboga 8.4%, 8.2 wanakula nini? Miraa itself, that is the leaves and twigs. How about narcotic drugs? Now, when we speak about narcotic drugs, we are speaking about hard drugs, starting with banned cannabis sativa. Okay? We are also speaking about cocaine, heroin. We are speaking about all these drugs that we have categorized as hard drugs, and yet they are not hard to find. Why? Because we are seeing kwamba ukiangalia mzuri, ukiangalia mzuri, kuna mtu amefuta yake asubuhi, ni orientation nishike mzuri, sema yes pole pole, wasikusikie. And heroin, 1.7% of university students are actually either smoking or injecting heroin. And about cocaine, 1.6%. Kwa wale ambao wako wepesi katika mambo ya hesabu, the 1.6 might sound as a dot, as a full stop, and yet it is a whole number, even just taking this as a sample. How about psychoactive substances. Tunaona comrade, a whole comrade anavuta mpaka glue.
Inhalant 4.3%. Glue. Na unataka mtu wako Village Polytechnic avute nini? Kama comrade Power anavuta glue 4.3%. And how about prescription drugs? Mtu ameamua leo ninaumwa na kichwa. Ameenda kwa pharmacy na amepewa dawa na daktari ameongea hapa. Kesho tena ameumwa na kichwa, ataenda? Si anaenda kujinunulia dawa na anameza akiendanga. So prescription drug, and I'm going to get to that again. You can see that prescription drug is becoming a problem. Not just to you, but even to the people prescribing these medications. Madaktari wenyewe pia wako na shida. Wale nurses pia kidogo wako na shida. Kuna moja at a university that I will not mention, but within Nyanza here. Ameumwa na kichwa na on his way to class, kwa sababu alikuwa anaishi nje ya shule. On his way to class, amepitia mahali akaona daktari na daktari akamwandikia dawa. Akamwambia hii kichwa ambayo inakuuma, wewe chukua hizi tembe na meza tembe moja kila baada ya chakula. Na kwa sababu hakuwa amekula breakfast, akapitia mahali akanunua mahamri kadhaa. Sasa akimeza mahamri moja, anameza tembe. Akimeza mahamri ya pili, anameza tembe. Si daktari amesema meza tembe kila baada ya nini? Chakula. What am I trying to say? Ukienda kama comrade, ukienda hospitali, umeenda kwa university clinic, daktari amekuprescribia dawa, uliza maswali vikamilivu. Otherwise, you will end up also being categorized as a drug abuser.
Not because you want, but because you don't ask questions.
Then general population, which is 5%, ndio wanatumia. Kwa hiyo shida kubwa iko wapi katika hii mambo ambayo naongea? Katika universities and our colleges, institutions of higher learning. Now we dug deeper very quickly to try, and we came up with a number of sources. One ni kwamba kuna wale majority 66% wanatoa kwa marafiki zao. Nia yao ni moja, kuintroduce to drugs and thing. So please be careful. Wengine wanatoa katika mabaa ambazo ziko karibu na university. I have been walking around even some 4 weeks ago. We did some raids around university here, na ile chang'aa pombe chafu tulikamata mpaka yenye ilikuwa na pantia wanawake ndani. 4,000 liter hapa around university. Did you hear that? Maybe not. Okay, because you are not around here. Then of course kuna wale wanapata kwa fellow students, kuna wale wanatoa kwa wazazi wao, kuna wale wanapata from teaching and non-teaching staff. And I allow me to say this very carefully, okay? Because kuna wale ambao wanafanya kazi hapa pia watatumika kulangua ama kupeana these drugs. Now the periods ambazo wanafunzi wanatumia drugs sana. Allow me to, you know, my Swahili is the other way. I'm from Luo Nyanza. Na mahali tulikosania na Kiswahili, only God knows. So ukisikia Kiswahili imeenda south, piga tu makofi. Okay? So tukawauliza tena ni time gani wanafunzi wanatumia madawa ya kulevya sana na pombe. Tunaona during weekends wanavuta sana, wanakunywa sana, wanauziwa kwa wingi. During weekends, comrades, be careful how you are going to use your time during your weekends. Number 2,
during school holidays when they have nothing pulling them back, during evening lecture times, during university trips, okay, and during lecture breaks. Those are the times that corporate wanatumia bangi, pombe na madawa ya kulevya. Nimemalizana na numbers. Allow me to speak something again that you are going to experience as you are here. And this is what I would call the emerging trends. Okay? Emerging trends. Huko juu na hujaiona mambo ambayo naenda kuongelea hapa. Ukisikia mtu anakunywa pombe itakuwa amefungua chupa amekunywa. Amevuta bangi itakuwa amewasha kijiti chake cha bangi na ameanza kuvuta na ameanza kuongea kizungu sanifu. Po 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 po. Haya naye Rastafari. Si kizungu sanifu. There's some emerging trends. Things are changing. Today you will not find them selling bang. Sticks that we traditionally know bangers. Okay? You are going to find this bangi in cookies. They have been blended in bread, in biscuits, in sweets, and so on and so forth. So they will give you, and they will look so innocent. Kwamba hii ni cookie tu, hii ni keki tu, hii ni mkate tu, ama ni mahamri. Lakini ndani kuna nini? Kuna bangi. Comrades, be careful because you are coming to an environment that is so weird. Apart from that, another emerging trend ni kuwa they will introduce you to shisha. Si tunajua shisha? An alternative way of smoking tobacco ama cigarette. Other than the traditional way, tunajua unawasha sigara yako na unaanza kuvuta. This way, watakuwa wamekuweka kwa group na mnaambiwa nyinyi ndio cool kids ama cool teens ama cool whatever it is. Na cool this, cool that, wanavuta sigara namna hii. I want to tell you one thing. That cigarette has so many chemicals that will kill you very easily. More than 4,000 of them. More than 30% will be toxins, kwamba ni sumu ndani ya mwili wako. And a substantial amount are what we call carcinogenic substances. Why? Because they are likely going to induce many sorts of cancers in your system. Now, if tobacco hii ya sigara kawaida was going to kill you or to make you acquire disability or to make you get into diabetes and blood pressures and so on and so forth in 2 years or in 5 years, can you imagine what tobacco shisha will do for you in just 2 years? Because ukivuta one session ya shisha smoking, one session of shisha smoking is equivalent to smoking 40 sticks of cigarette. Can I repeat that? One session ya kutumia ile kitu tunaita shisha ni sawia na mtu ambaye amevuta vijiti 40 ya sigara. Nipigie makofi kuongea Kiswahili sanifu. It is not very easy for a Luo to pronounce one session ya shisha. The last time I tried that, karibu nimeze ulimi. So, piga makofi. So again, other than shisha, you will also see things like lift. You are going to see e-cigarettes. Kwamba wewe unaweza kutembea na sigara ambayo iko na beti ndani. Gadget kama hii. Unafinya kwa mdomo kama mtu wa inaitwa nini? Asthma or something. Unafinya, unapata dozi yako ya nicotine for that day. They will introduce you to all those things. And how about prescription drugs? Again, they will introduce you to some of these drugs, prescription drugs that are more or less harder than the kawaida prescription drugs. One, for example, is what we call tramadol. We also have benzodiazepam. We have a drug called rohypnol. We have a drug which is actually a cough syrup, but contains a chemical in it inaitwa codeine. All these drugs, ukitumia whether you want or not, unaweza kujikuta umelala 3 days, uoji, usikija, uamki, for 3 days, lecture zako zote umekosa. Sema amen. Kwa nini tunasema amen hapo? Is that a good thing? Now, as you process that, allow me also to mention kwamba they have also progressed further, and today they are also using what we call veterinary medicine. Kuna dawa ambayo inatumika kama tranquilizer, which is used to immobilize animals, domestic animals, for treatment. Ng'ombe amegonjeka pale nyumbani, anadungwa, analala usingizi, alafu anaanza kumtibu. Na wewe unajidunga. No wonder unalala 3 days, 4 days, usikii uamke na usikii kama una sweat pia. Agrar is one such drug that they will introduce you to, so be careful. And another one is what we call ketamine. All these are tranquilizers. Please be careful. Now, as we process that, we are also being faced by another emerging trend. In fact, this one now is even more worrying. What I would easily call synthetic drugs. Now, when I speak about synthetic drugs, we are not talking about the traditional drugs. Ya kwamba bangi inatokea kwa mmea, sigara inatokea kwa mmea, heroin inatokea kwa mmea, and so on and so forth. Today, they have learned to mix chemical A and chemical B and another one there, and come up with a drug. That's why we call them synthetic drugs, because they are manufactured in local laboratories and in local warehouses, in local hostels, in local communities. They do this. And it will not surprise you to find out company, Comrade Power and anafanya hii. Example, very quick ones. We have what we call Spice. Be careful with those names. K2, we have Push, we have Metazins, we have U47700, also otherwise known as Pink, and we also have Flaka. We have MDMA, an example is ecstasy and Molly. We have LSD, lysergic acidic. That one is very hard. I will read it when we meet one-to-one with you. And another one called onboard. Now, these are drugs that will be sold to you in form of tablets, in form of syrup, in form of things that you have never seen back in your previous life. So please be careful. And why are they rampant today? And why are we speaking about them today as passionate as this? One is that the precursors are readily available. The chemicals are readily available, number one. Two, they are hyper potency. Ukivuta bangi kidogo tu na utumie hii, utaona hii ingine kuna high mingi kuliko bangi. So what are you likely going to choose? The other one. Then of course they are not regulated and they can be supplied digitally. As I wind down, allow me to mention this very quickly, comrades. And allow me to just 5 minutes. Okay? These drugs have a cost. They will cost you your health. They are going to cost you your mental well-being. They are going to cost you everything, even academically. And you are here just because of that. On your health, already you know that there exists a very strong correlation between drug abuse and so many health issues, including diabetes, heart issues, hepatitis, HIV. Somebody talked about TB here. All these have a very strong correlation with alcohol and drugs as a root cause. Two, on your brain, mental health, mental well-being. Again, we are seeing a very strong correlation between that anxiety, that stress disorder that you're going through, that those episodes of bipolar that sometimes you experience, psychosis, schizophrenia, and so on, and I could go on and on. some of these things are triggered by alcohol and drugs, whether synthetic or the other ones. Then, of course, cognitive decline. This again has to do with the brain. And this is now where we talk about memory lapses, memory issues, cognitive issues, and so on. Risk of overdose, and how about risk of death? How about risk of disability? How about risk of drug dependency or addiction? Kwamba wewe umeshakuwa hooked, hauwezi kufanya lolote, huwezi kufanya chochote as a young person. That is why we are saying we must intervene early enough before time catches up with you. Okay? So the reason why we must work with you the 4 years or more that you are going to be here, ni kwa sababu we are targeting you as young people who are still naive. One is kwamba there is too much freedom. You can imagine, for the very first time umetoka karibu na mzazi ama wazazi, umetoka karibu na walimu wako, former high school teachers and so on, and relatives wale watiaji na wakaziaji. Umetoka karibu na wao, umekuja hapa na uko na pesa. Sema amen. You can buy all these things anywhere. That freedom can cost you if not contained. That is why we're here. Two, high stress. Sooner or later, you're going to realize that the university can also stress you. The deadlines, the exams, the school fees, a pesa yenye ulitoa kama pocket money imeisha. Umepeleka mlito out na amekubreak heart na una pesa. Ole wako. Peer pressure, and I've talked about this. They will introduce you, they will lure you because you want to fit in. Easy accessibility. You are going to realize sooner or later that these things that I'm talking about hazipatikani Kisumu kwetu, hazipatikani Migori, zinapatikana toka Mboda tu hapa tu. Okay, within the boundaries of the university. Then, of course, you are a very big target market. You can imagine the number that my eyes are seeing right now, times the number of wale wengine, ama times the whatever you want to do with that figure. What am I trying to say? The populations within the university here is so massive. So you are a big target. You are a very big target. Be careful. Do not form part of these numbers. Then, of course, lastly, very importantly, has to do with your brain development. You are a young person, and science will tell you for free, for those of us who are good in science. They were told for free that your brain as a young person only fully grows at the age of 25. So if you are you're below the age of 25, as you are seated there, akili yako bado inamea. Sema yes. It is still growing. Now, and you can imagine which part of your brain is still growing. It is that part that will help you to make sober decisions, wise choices, and so on and so forth. Which part is that? I will tell you when we meet. So if you are below the age of 25, please have that engine that is called the brain, because that is what you need here to learn. You need it to reason. You need it to make decisions. You need it to say no to drug abuse. Parting shot, because of time, allow me to say my parting shot, and I will read it because this is an African saying quoted from somewhere in West Africa. And somebody said that for a cat that dreams of becoming a lion, that cat must first lose its appetite for rats. So if you're a cat there and you're dreaming of becoming a lion, and in this context, the lion is the daktari to be, the lion is the architect to be, the lion is the engineer to be, the lion is the next psychologist to be, the lion is the next lawyers, then you must lose appetite for bangi. That is a small thing. See, that is a small thing. Yes, lose appetite for bangi, lose appetite for cigarettes, lose appetite for tobacco, lose appetite for miraa, because all those things are small. Kwa hayo mengi na kwa hayo machache, naomba mpige makofi namna hii. I am going to show you very quickly. So we are going to clap to welcome you, okay? And also kupigia wakurugenzi makofi hapa mbele, na makofi yao ni ya nyayo. Tukisema Kenya,
Tujaribu Kenya yao. Sawa, let's go Kenya. Again. Kenya. Then you will also clap for Nakada. Sisi tumetoka mbali. Our offices are in Lesotho and we have to travel all the way here to speak to you. Mtatupatia makofi ya our neighbors here. Uganda. Piga mguu chini. Yes, stamp your feet. Uganda. Tena. Na kwa sababu mmekuwa watulivu sana na mmesikiliza mambo mengi, mmechoka, mna kiu na njaa, lakini mmesikiliza. Makofi ya Tanzania. Na makofi yao ni simple because they love people, they love humanity, wanapenda utu, wanapenda binadamu. Makofi yao ni namna hii. Tanzania. Wacheni wivu pale ni wanaume. Twende Tanzania. Tena. Let's try. Kenya. Again. Tena. Uganda. 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 Tanzania je? Tena. Tena. Mwisho. Thank you very much.
That is a good one. That's a good one. He has already clapped for himself. But what he has spoken to us is well. It is easy to get there, but it is a nightmare to get out. So the best is to try and not get there. Thank you so much, George. And I believe we are going to partner and do many, many, many more other things. I know the person coming next, our dear sister, Dr. Rhoda Topisa Auni, Coordinator Career Services. And she's going to combine, she's going to talk to you about one of the core things that I've put here. My sister, I do not want to introduce you more than that. Kindly move ahead, speak to your children. Utasikia pia ni mama mwingine, sawa sawa? Ukisikia mama pia, she's mama mwingine, sawa sawa? Karibu daktari.
Thank you. Let us appreciate the Dean of Students. Protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Hamjambo. God is good. And all the time. Allow me to join my colleagues to congratulate you. This far you have come. Surely, we don't take it for granted. We are delighted to see you. We've been praying and waiting for you, and we thank God that you are here. Congratulations, class of 2025, last year, and now you are here to join us. I want to begin by introducing myself. I am Dr. Rhoda Auni. I teach in the School of Education. I'm a lecturer in the Department of Education Psychology. For those who will pursue psychology here and there, we shall meet in class. When I'm not teaching, I am the coordinator, Student Career Services, and I am here to take you through what we do in the career services that is meant for you. When I am not coordinating the Student Career Services, for those of you who are here and are Christian students, by the grace of God, I am the patron of the Christian Union, the Kisii University Christian Union, the largest Christian union in Eastern Central Africa. When I am not in the Christian Union, I also give support services as a counselor because I'm a trained counselor. The Student Career Services, the department is at Sakagwa. For those of you who have moved to those places, but even in the course of the week, as you'll be doing your university tour, Sakagwa is at the end, that tall building, you can see the maroon top. But when you come there, don't get inside the building. Just right outside, you will see a board directing you to our office. What do we do in the Student Career Services? Many, many things to walk the journey that you're about to walk. But I don't work alone. We're a staff of 3, and today I am here with one of my colleagues. I want to ask her to come and introduce herself to you because we are very, very key in walking this journey with you. And so you need to pay attention and need to know us. This is the time to put off your gadget and look up and listen to what we have to say, because why you are here is to walk the career journey.
Good afternoon, and once again, welcome to Kisii University. My name is Teresa Santiago. I'm currently an assistant registrar working alongside Dr. Rhoda in the Career Services Office. Thank you.
Let's appreciate Madam Cherry. When you look at your admission letter, you have been admitted to Kisii University to pursue a particular course. Allow me to take you through that particular journey. Now, the choice for a career has not begun today. It did not begin with when you chose the course. It began a long time ago when you did your preschool and later on finished your basic learning. That primary and secondary is what I am calling the basic learning. And you have been transited to Kisii University to pursue now a particular training. Our office will offer the following services. Number one, we do career guidance, because we understand as a university that time and again you may need to be guided. You may need to be shown the way. You may need to understand what course you have come to pursue. And therefore, when we are there, we will walk hand in hand to guide you. But besides guidance, sometimes some of us are sitting there and we're in turmoil. We are really confused about the kind of courses we come to pursue. Sometimes we don't even like the courses we have been admitted to. And you will discover that a lot of us are not able to transfer our courses. Number one, maybe because of our academic ability or qualification. Number two, because maybe the course we desire to pursue has no vacancies. And therefore, we will be stuck in particular courses which we do not approve of. That is where we come in, to walk hand in hand, to be able to reassure you and to offer career counseling. Before me, there was a university counselor who stood here and is opening his door to you and saying, come for counseling. So as they handle all the other welfare issues, we walk hand in hand with you in matters careers. When we are not offering career counseling, time and again we organize for you career fairs, for you to be able to meet the market world and the professional world. And so we are really working hard to make sure that you get a lot of career exposure before you finally finish your 4th year. And time and again, we will also prepare you for the job market. That is why we have what we call the job mock interviews. We'll be calling upon schools to be able to participate in these. And when we are not doing that, time and again, we will pick a few of you, just sample a few of you, men and women who are vigilant, men and women who are able to mentor others. We'll train you. Among some of the coaches around you are career ambassadors. Those career ambassadors are career mentors. They have been trained to walk hand in hand with you. And when we are not training career ambassadors, time and again we carry out what is called career outreach. Welcome to Career Services. We will work hand in hand with you to try as much as possible to our best to walk with you in the career journey. Now, as you have arrived here, you have looked at your letter once again. And in your mind, you can see the course which you have been admitted to. And I want to thank God that you have been admitted to that particular course. I know that there are some of us who are very comfortable with the courses which you want to pursue. Amen to that. But it can also happen that you are not able to transfer from one course to another. You'll be talked to about the transfer of courses. It doesn't happen now, but you'll be told when to be able to transfer. And you will be informed you're only able to transfer to courses which have a little bit of opportunities, and also if your cluster qualifies to that particular course. But for all of us, whether you move to another course or whether you are in a particular course, this is what I want you to jot down. I wish you were writing somewhere. I wish you even write it on your phone. Because and again, you need this information to be able to remind yourself, as I walk through this career journey, what do I need? Number one, you need to understand the career in which you are about to pursue. The course in which you have admitted to do. Please understand it, not only by name, but by trying to get information about it. even if it's as direct as bachelors of arts in education, please try to understand what is this course all about. It's as simple as this. Behind you and beside you, we have those career coaches. You can find out from them. But then again, when you be meeting the various school members, the faculty members, the lecturers and the CODs and the deans, you can also inquire to know more about it. But you can also use your phone to Google just to inquire, what is this Bachelor of Science in Clinical Medicine? Get information about the course you want to pursue. Many of us want to jump out of our career paths to what we think looks suitable for us. And then we will be later on regretting why we left the courses which we were admitted to. So please get to understand your career as much as possible. And while you are getting information, I want to persuade you to be able to agree with your career. Be congruent. When you understand what you're supposed to pursue, then you can be congruent. You can be able to agree that I'm here to do Bachelor of Arts in Gender and Development Studies. What does this course entail? And so in the process of being congruent with your career, begin to develop interest to know the openings. Every career offered in this university has many, many openings. The opening may not be on the name of the career, but the many units, the many subjects, let me call them subjects for now, the many units in which you be prepared to pursue. That is where you get the job opportunities. And so behold, we are here to offer you courses that are marketable. Not a single one is not marketable. Nowadays, let me tell you something, your career is as good as you. And so not the name of the career, not the name of the course. Your course is as good as you. Who is this person pursuing this particular career? Develop a little bit of interest and passion, and the journey will be good. While at tip number 2, get a career mentor. This is somebody who can even get out of this university. Somebody who has pursued your journey, pursued your career. Somebody who is at the other end, most probably a professional mentor. For example, I've just said I teach in the School of Education. I should tell you that I'm an educator. I have also told you that I teach in the Department of Education Psychology. I told you I'm a counselor. So if you want to pursue counseling psychology, you can pursue somebody like me to walk you the journey of counseling psychology. But if you're here to do BCom, you can check out and get a career mentor in BCom. This particular person will work with you. And these career mentors are all we're more than willing. Some of them will be your lecturers. And so as you get into class, don't just get out and go away. You can stay and follow and get a conversation with any of the lecturers. Ask them to mentor you. Mentorship is never imagined. Mentorship is not wished. You have to ask to be mentored. And so as you pursue these courses, make sure you get yourself a career mentor. But while at it, get a peer mentor. A peer mentor could be somebody in your class. A peer mentor could be somebody in second year, third year, fourth year. And again, I want to say this, not only in this university. You live in this particular country. And some of you can even get peer mentors out of this particular country. But a peer mentor should walk the journey with you. They are able to tell you, for example, a second year will tell you, in this particular course, there are these particular core units, there are these particular electives. And this is what it all entails. And therefore, they're able to encourage you and sometimes provide a shoulder for you to lean on. While at it, as much as possible, get exposure. And you can think about this. How do you get exposure? In Kisii University, we have a lot of professional clubs. Look at what you are pursuing. Register yourself, search out, and they are here by the way, and they'll be here until end of orientation. Search out a particular club connected to what you pursue. If you're pursuing a health course, for example, we have those clubs that will be able to update you. If you are pursuing, for example, a social science course, there are all those clubs willing to work with you. It is within those particular clubs that you will get a lot of exposure. Exposure entails, for example, a lot of people visiting and talking to you, telling you about your career. Exposure also entails attending conferences. It is in those particular clubs that you will get information of what is happening in this world and beyond. We are not only preparing you for Kenya. I know there are men and women looking at me like
may never be in Kenya just after 4 years or 5 years. And so it is those particular clubs that can give you exposure on where you want to go and what you want to be. And as you get exposure within those particular clubs, I want to beseech you and persuade you to do a lot of networking. Network with the students who are ahead of you, network with the lecturers, network with many associations. Number 5, build stamina. Career stamina is built while you are here. I want to believe some of you already joining us. You have been pursuing some certificate courses as you are waiting to join the university. Just want to persuade you and encourage you. Take advantage of your youthfulness. Take advantage of being in Kisii University. Kisii University is in Kisii town. Oh my God, you can build your stamina. Stamina is built in 2 ways. Number 1, in trying to get information. I believe that by now all of you are techno-savvy, because even some of the classes you will attend will purely be on LMS, online classes. You don't see me, I don't see you, but you need to learn. Some of the exams you'll undertake will be using technology. And so I want to persuade you not only to learn, but to get a certification of something in ICT, where you can be able to present before people say, yes, I'm techno-savvy. While at it, you can also do other certification courses besides what you are pursuing. Like if those students who are doing, for example, anything that is related to business, there's CASNEP. CASNEP offers several courses. There's CIFA, there's CISE, there's CPA. You can begin to inquire and look at your career, for example. Ask yourself, what other certification can I get? Believe me, you in 4 years, in 2 years, in 5 years, you can do a lot of things. You can multitask. Some of these courses are offered online. Kisii University is a good center where some of these exams are undertaken by some professional bodies. So building stamina entails that you do something else. You can also learn some life skills. We are in town, for heaven's sake. You came here, you don't have a driving license. You can go to town here and enroll in a particular school. Na lipa mdogo mdogo. Hatimaye utamaliza tukulipa. Utafanya mtihani na utaweza kufuzu. So you can get a certificate, a license while you are here. And many other life skills that can be learned here. And make sure that they are certified. Number 6, get experience. How do you get experience? You can join a professional association while you are still here in Kisii University. Attend talks. Time and again, not only the career office, but also the office of the Dean of Students, but also the many schools. We will organize talks for you, career development talks. When you're called upon, please attend. And sometimes I want to maybe persuade you. You do not have to belong to that particular club. As long as they are organizing a particular talk, and you know one day you will need to get out there in the job market as an employer, as an employee, as a business person. You need to get to know what is happening in the world. And how do you know that? By attending some of these talks and meeting mentors and networking with employers. And so time and again, we'll be calling upon you to do that. Experience also entails that you get out of class. Class is formal. There's what we call informal learning. So you can begin to think about it this way. How do I get experience informally? You can get experience informally. You're a student who has come here to pursue, for example, Bachelor of Commerce. Believe me, there are many financial institutions that are searching out for youthful energy like yours. And if you walk around in town, you can discover that time again when we are going for short holidays, you can volunteer somewhere and learn a lot of things here and there. You are pursuing an agricultural course. We are just a neighbor. We are neighboring a lot of agricultural institutions, whereby instead of going home for 3 months for the holiday, you can remain around and get some experience. You have here to pursue a Bachelor of Education. Schools are all over. You can plug in for 1 hour and 2 hours, and sometimes when you go back for 3 months, you can plug in somewhere. Turn to your neighbor and ask them, what course are you pursuing? Ask them, are you seeing where you can plug? Surely enough, you can plug in somewhere. So ambia mwenzako tafuta experience. Mwambie tafuta experience. And so you can begin to get that experience. Number 7, grow your talents. All of us have talents. And these talents are very, very important. Do not starve in Kisii University. When you see people see money,
opportunities for you to grow your talents. There are people who are come here, God endowed talents. Some of us can participate in a lot of things that can make money in a good way. We can plait people's hair. We can be able even to shave. We can be able to do some online writing. We can be able to make something that is legal, like soap, and sell. Please, this is the opportunity for you to grow a talent. You have been told about the sports that is around. Grow some talent. You can be an accountant, but you can still be this particular person that can play volleyball. So grow talents, it's still up to you to decide how to do this. And while at it, I want to encourage you to pursue academic excellence. There is never a career path and a career growth without academic excellence. So as much as possible, begin to desire to attend class. And begin to desire to perform well. Begin to desire to get that first class honors. It is meant for you and meant for you and meant for you. And so that is the career journey. Because without you moving from one year to another successfully, then this journey is all in vain. It is up to you to desire in your heart to excel academically. And so when you have all these things, I want to believe that you can come to us and share with us your experience. We are banking on you, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to raise the standards academically, to be able to raise the standards in matters careers. I want you to a little bit dump all the other negative information you've been told about your career and begin to clear your mind and begin to search good information, correct information. After all, if someone is taking you through some biomedical course, they are the best suited to tell you where that course will take you, what you can do with that particular course. And so I ask you to ask questions. Go to class and ask questions. Ask cross-lecturer questions. Every unit, find out, how will this be important in my journey? How can I use this to be able to raise myself from one level to another? And so when you clean your mind like that, you will not even have time for things like drugs because you'll be focused. Oh my God, you need a motivation, an inner motivation to go to class. And so begin to get self-aware that you have and you are able to pursue your career successfully. Proverbs 14:23 tells me, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talks leads to poverty. Allow me, in the interest of time, to just talk to us about something. Receive greetings from the chair of the Gender and Steering Committee, Dr. Rose Otieno. She was not able to join us. She's out of the country for a little bit of research work, and she sent me to speak to you about something. There are many things we share in common, me, Rose, and your mom, Dr. Gladys, and therefore we are really passionate about seeing you successfully walking this journey in a successful manner. And so she was here, she was supposed to talk to us about self-identity, and she was supposed to talk to us about mental health. And she will, in her own words, keep telling you that there is no health without mental health. Beginning from now, you will need to understand some 5 things. Number 1, the transition that you have been brought to requires responsibility. Ability to respond to everything. When you wake up in the morning, you decide what to eat. You decide where to go. You decide whether to go to class or not. You decide where to go to where. You decide whom to associate with. That is what we call responsibility. The ability to respond. And I want to say we will be emphasizing this time and again, because after the orientation, we have 0 parades. We have 0 places where we are going to again caution you. Apart from the times when we invite you and organize for the many forums, to just remind you, to just affirm you, to just encourage you, because we are here to walk this journey with you. So what is self-identity? When you're talking about responsibility, it means that I need to be self-aware. I need to know who I am. I need to know my values. I need to know my belief system. I need to know my worth. And begin by the way to proclaim and to possess that self-awareness. Tell people who you are. Tell them, my name is Rhoda Auni. I am born again and I'm going to heaven perpendicular. I am spirit-filled and demon chasing. Let them know who you are. You will already be chasing the demon by 50%. Please identify yourself with some belief system, with some values. You can tell them that my name is Rhoda Auni and I am a girl who is focused. I want to get a first class honors. That is the value I carry. are worth, what you are worth. That when you look at me like this from head to toe, don't imagine that I can be anywhere near mediocre activities. Please introduce yourself to us. Introduce yourself to Kisii University. That is what I call self-identity. Can we identify you by the way you are dressing, by the way you are thinking, by the way the kind of people you are keeping? And so self-identity is up to you to take responsibility, ability to respond to self. And number two, I want to say this, as we talk about self-identity, I want you all the time to be very careful in the decisions that you are making. And we will repeat this time and again. Begin to think about the consequences of every decision. We stopped asking young people like you to just make choices. We are now talking about consequences. Every other decision that you make, every other choice has a consequence. Even a consequence for using money. Begin to make a decision from a consequence, from the end of the consequence. For example, you ask yourself, if I get a baby now, can I take care of this baby? Am I even married? Now, what will make me get a baby without planning for this baby? I am talking to you young men. I keep saying this, that unfortunately, matters you have come here to learn. By the time you finish here, your baby will be heading P.O. Box Malini, and you're heading P.O. Box Teso, and you will never see this baby again. And so before you start thinking of having an intimate relationship, and I will emphasize, because I know Dr. Rose would have said this, if you want to have sex, please use a condom. If you are born again, you are born again. Please be born again from your head to your toes. If you're not born again, do not lie to anybody. The moment you start getting into intimate relationship, every sexual intercourse is supposed to result into a pregnancy. You must pregnant somebody or you must get pregnant. If it doesn't happen, it has backfired. So don't wait for backfiring. Just use a condom. Because we want you to pursue your career journey without necessarily having to put burdens on you. It is still about self-identity. So the choices you make. Number three, the associations you keep. Associations you keep. The associations you keep. You can never rise above your association. You're as good as your friends, as good as the people you talk to every other day. Even as you use social media, associations are very important. And so you can begin to think about it that way. And also, as you're doing that, as much as possible, you will need to take charge of yourself. Let me talk about how to handle mental wellness. We are still meeting on Wednesday to talk more about this. But on behalf of Dr. Rose, I would say this, that all of us are human beings. And so besides you coming here to pursue the academic journey, we are caring. We know that there are many things that can bog your life. And these things can distress you. Already some of you are distressed. Distressed because of the weather. Distressed because of the number of people that you're seeing around. Distressed because of the diet. I know at home some of you are eating everything in your house. And today you have to make a decision whether to eat or not to eat. And these things can be distressful. And because we are human beings, time and again we are distressed. Even a small child is distressed. This is about you and me. So what is mental wellness? It is that ability for you to be able to function well. Function well emotionally, function well psychologically, function well academically, function well socially. And this is what you will do if you're writing down. These 5 tips will be very important for you. Every day, assessment. Assess yourself. Good morning, Rhoda. How are you today? In your own language, you could find out how you are. Assessment. If you don't assess yourself, you will surprise yourself. There are things that you will do to yourself that you will really surprise yourself. So you need to assess yourself to find out what is it on a priority basis, on 1 to 10 scale. How bad is it today? How are you feeling this particular day? How are you feeling this particular evening? And when you assess yourself and you find that you are too stressed or you are distressed for some reason, you can now deal with it. A lot of people are even completing suicide because they never assessed themselves. They never knew that they were cutting out of people. They never knew that they had gone overboard. I want to beseech you, my daughter and my son, learn to assess yourself. Sometimes you may fail to assess yourself, but the people around you can assess you and tell you, vile kunavyokwenda, nadhani kwamba wewe sasa una ugonjwa. Vile kunavyokwenda si kawaida.
Siku hizi husemi na sisi, huchukui simu, hupatikani, hutaki chakula, huogi, hutoki kwako, nadhani kwamba kuna shida. So you need to, as much as possible, assess yourself. Number 2, emotional balance. Try to know how you feel, and then as you know how you feel, manage your feelings without getting overwhelmed. Number 3, resilience. Bouncing back quickly to situations that are normal. You may go through loss and grief. You have lost your phone, for example. You have lost a friend, for example. You have been heartbroken. Are you able to bounce back? Are you able to manage these emotions? Develop resilience. I can assure you that in this journey as a student in the university, you will need to develop some resilience. There are times that you'll be economically down. There are times that you'll be economically high. There are times that sometimes things may not work out your way. Sometimes exams may play so difficult. I want to beseech you to try and think about it and know that I can always bounce back. Even if I have failed an exam, I can bounce back. I am heartbroken, I can bounce back. I am economically down, I can bounce back. That is what I call resilience. Number 4, build immunity. How do you build immunity? Just like a child whose immunity is good, this child can survive all sorts of storms. I want to ask you to build immunity. Build immunity by number 1, joining religious cohorts. Nenda kule angalau ukapate wenzako ambao wanaweza kukutia moyo, wanakupenda cha ukweli, wanakushika mkono. Beside religious cohorts, we have other organizations and associations that can help you build immunity. St. John's Ambulance, we have the Scouts, we have all those organizations that are here, including your own county organization. Be a member, connect with people. They are able to look at you and say, it is not well with you, my brother. Talk to us. It is not well with you, my sister. Talk to us. Many times, those brothers in the county organizations have held people's hand and they have brought them to us. Huyu hajana siku nyingi. Huyu amefungiwa nyumba. Huyu ana ugonjwa na hasemi. Now we have carried it from there. And so build this particular immunity by connectivity. Build immunity by the things you listen to. What is it that you're listening to? Garbage in, garbage out. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. I want to encourage you to plug into social media platforms that can feed your mind positively. Plug into social media platforms that can positively encourage you, challenge you, for example, ask you to do something positive about yourself, make you a better person. That is building immunity. Then you can seek help. As I wind up, I want to say this. 3 things you will never forget in Kisii University. PPP. Mind the people whom you're sitting with. You can actually change the people next to you by moving out of that particular place. Mind your association. Number 2P, the places you visit. Mind where you go to. You're as good as where you visit too. Number 3, the practices. What is it that you do every other day? What is this routine that you carry out every day? I don't care what the teacher said last year. Most probably they told you, you relax, go to the university, and when you're there, you can have as many boyfriends as you can. And yes, we have seen people who have had more boyfriends than the number of semesters. But let me tell you something, they end up in tears. We have seen people who have been given birth to twins 3 times before they graduate. They end up in tears. Mind the practices that you do. And even if your roommates are not of your value, you have the responsibility, the ability to respond even to your roommate. And so when you mind the people, the places and the practices, I believe it will be well with you. James 4:17 says, if you know the right thing to do and you don't do it, it is a sin. God keep you safe. God bless you. We love you so much.
Wow. Hiyo sio makofi ya daktari. Si ndio? Si ametuambia ya kwamba we are into various careers and we have been admitted. There's a possibility of changing or not changing, and how we need to be strategic, how we need to be intentional on trying to find out what we are doing is leading us to, and we avoid those people who are just giving us hearsays. So we need to do that. She's talked about mental wellness and self-identity, who you are
and how you can take care of yourself and graduate within the period which you are supposed to graduate. And finally, the important piece, the people, the places, and the practices. Can we put our hands together and give Madam Rhoda 3 tire nice claps? Kwanza na mkono, mguu, kidole. Iya mjashika. Wangapi wako kwaya members hapa? Unajua vile kwaya masters and mistresses wanapiga hii vizuri sana. Okay, kidole. Kidole. Mguu. Mkono. Thank you so much, Dr. Awuni, for wearing those 2 hats and for speaking to our students heartily. I want to transit into comrades. The people who matter. The people who are your peers, your senior brothers and sisters, a very wonderful team, colorfully dressed. But before I do that, allow me in a very special way to recognize our team from Higher Education Funding. They love us so much. They will speak to us tomorrow, but they opted to come and listen and see the great team that we have for 2026-2027 academic year. They are led by our former students. Emmanuel Abuk, Manuel, kindly, and your team, just salute. Stand up and salute, because I know you will have your time tomorrow. Just salute them back, please. Just they will speak to you. They love us so much. They want to shed more light on what we need to do and how we are going to navigate funding our higher education. Thank you so much for coming and for loving us. So, Kisusa, watatuambia hiyo Kisusa ni nini? Please, how have you organized yourselves? They call themselves Kisii University Student Leaders Association. Madam Excellence. Here is Madam Diana Shirchir. She is the Vice Chairperson of Kisii University Student Leaders Association. She's going to bring to us her big team, and these are your eyes. This is your first anchor before you get to Mama. Senior, Sarah, Madam, the time is yours, and you are the ones standing between their lunch. Are we together? Between them and their lunch, it is you. So please, whatever you do, but we will work with them. Thank you so much. And you're looking wonderfully smart. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon once again. Congrats, Saseni. Saseni. Wana mchangamki. Mko poa? Okay, my name is Diana Shepchichir. I'm the Vice President of Kisii University Students Association, known as KSUSA. And I'm a fourth-year student, proud student of Administration and Political Science. Serving as the Vice Chair, I'm in charge of student welfare and security. We are working hand in hand with the students, Dean of Students Office and the Security Office. And with me, I have the members of the council. We have the House of Congress, headed by the Speaker, known as Hillary Kennedy. I will welcome him so that he will introduce his members. Karibu sana, Hillary Kennedy.
Comrades, good afternoon. Good afternoon again. Siuchangamke. You people look absolutely amazing. Simjipigie makofi. Thank you. My name is Hillary Kennedy. By God's grace, I'm the Speaker in the House of Congress, Kisii University. And we really welcome you to this institution, the University of Inclusivity and Borderlessness. Kwa Kiswahili tunasema ujumuishi bila mipaka. Each and every one of us is welcomed here, and we are happy to have you around. With all due respect and the powers bestowed upon me, I want to invite my members of the House of Congress to come and say a word, and then from there we can proceed. Members of the Congress, please. Tujitambulishe na wasema sisi ndo tuko mbele ya lunch yao, so tukue like we do it faster, please.
Good afternoon, comrades. Good afternoon once again. My name is Joseph Obondo, serving in the House of Congress, representing students from School of Business and Economics. I don't want to say much. I know on Wednesday we'll be having a session at school level. So students in School of Business and Economics, we shall meet on Wednesday and we shall discuss more. For the meantime, I want to welcome you once again to Kisii University. This is a great place. This is a wonderful place that you're going to engage and interact and network with very serious people in this institution. Otherwise, have a blessed day. Thank you.
I want to bring to you the next congressman.
Comrades, good afternoon. Mbona mmekaa mmechoka? I go by the name Stephen Odhiambo Wino. I'm the Congress of School of Arts and Social Sciences. So I serve as the Congress, and on Wednesday we are going to meet and talk more. On Wednesday we are going to meet and talk more. On Wednesday we are going to meet and talk more. But msidhani ni vile tu. Yeah, so in School of Arts we have many courses, and we are going to tell you what your course entails and how to navigate through everything. And by the end of the 4 years, at least have something that you are going to say that made you come to Kisii University. Still, at least have something that you say, I achieved something at Kisii University. And you will be proud of yourself and proud of your parents. Yes, thank you, and I welcome the next person.
Comrades power. Viva, comrades, viva. Okay, my name is Jamlet Robiko, Congress Diploma School. I don't have much to say, but I just urge you kindly consider taking a diploma course. Is part-time, just after you have get a course, that is a degree, please take also a diploma course. 2 certificates better than 1. Thank you so much.
Comrades wanakuangani watu wamechangamka. Comrades power! Comrades power! Hawa watu wako njaa sana. Let me bring to you the next congressman.
Comrades.
Comrades power! Comrades lunchtime! Mnasema lunchtime, sawa? Comrades lunchtime! Lunchtime!
My name is Oyuki Rawlings. I am a pharmacy student. I represent the School of Health Science. Wale madaktari, I am your representative. I know we'll interact more on Wednesday during the departmentals. You can see we are very energetic, and I don't want to speak more because I know it's lunchtime. I want to thank you all and welcome you to the fraternity. Mkuwe na power and msikie kila kitu mtakuwa mnafunzwa hapa so that maisha yenu ikuwe tu nyoe. Sawa sawa? Acha nimalize nikuambia comrades lunchtime.
Okay, thank you. Comrades power. I know the spirit of comrade power. You haven't received it, but by the end of this week, I know you will be in the same spirit of Comrade Power. I'm Nyakundi Boas, the current Congressman, School of Pure and Applied Sciences. For those students from School of Pure and Applied Sciences, as we know, we shall be having an interactive session on Wednesday, where we'll talk more. I know the role of scientists in Kisii University. And above all, allow me echo on whatever that the speakers who already presented, they have said. One thing I would say is that an opportunity is more recognized when it is going than when it is coming. To me, this is the opportunity you have to gain, to inquire more about Kisii University and how it operates. So take the information seriously and do everything the way it is supposed to be done, so that this, whatever you have gained, it's going to help you in your academic journey. Thank you.
Comrades wanasema kwanza lazima wapate lunch ndo wakuwe na power. Ni sawa. Acha niwaletee congressman mwingine ambaye atawasalimia na mjiwani.
Good afternoon, comrades. My name is Boaz Morara. I'm the Congressman, School of Agriculture and National Resource Management. I'm heading to my third year now, taking agriculture education and extension. Allow me put this in layman's language, that congratulations for making it to Kisii University. So remember that in a university level, it comes with a lot of freedom, but there is a price for it. So take care and ensure that you are safe. Do not trust anybody, especially with your properties. So I'm going to leave my phone number for students, especially from agriculture. And if you have any question or inquiry, you can ask. So my phone number is 0701 490110. So you can text me or call me anytime. Thank you.
Comrades, ni muhimu sana kuchukua namba ya viongozi kwa sababu ndio ukipata shida unawasiliana na yeye alafu anakusaidia. Hope mmechukua hiyo namba. Na I think tumeambiwa maneno mengi kutoka wakati tulikuja hapa. Yenye nilimark ama yenye ilikuwa like ilinitouch ni mambo na drugs. Comrades, najua hapo nje mmezoea zile za ukiulizwa bagi ni ya nini, unasema nini? Ati? Sasa hapo ukikuja hapo ukiulizwa bagi ni ya nini, unasema bagi ni ya kubeba vitabu. Tuko sawa? Bagi ni ya nini? Kubeba vitabu, sawa? Asa niita congressman wa School of Education aweze kuwasalimia.
Kama uko njaa kama mimi, nipungie mkono hewani, nipungie mkono. Hao wameshiba. My name is Eugene Omanga, Congressman, School of Education. I want to take this time to welcome you all. Any matters education, make sure you liaise with me so that we can help each other. Mbona wenzangu walikuwa wanaacha namba? If you need my assistance, my number is 0710 377 028. Nawatakia wakati mwema. Daima kumbuka kwamba wakati titi la nyati ukamuliwa kwa tahadhari. Asanteni.
Thank you, Omanga, the Congressman, School of Education. And now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Kisii University, who are also members in the school, in the House of Congress. Mr. Kisii University, we start with ladies. Ladies first.
Hello. Good afternoon. I am Gladwell Joy Agutu. I'm a third-year student pursuing computer science, and I also serve by being Miss Kisii University 2026-2027. I don't have a lot to say. I don't have a lot to say, but to welcome you all to our great university. And I wish you all the best as you get to learn more about our university and you get to learn more about the course you came to pursue. Thank you. Oh, and at our university, I urge you to dress well as you come to your classes. Make sure you feel your best. You know, you dress well, you feel your best, and you give the best version of yourself. So make sure you dress in a smart way as you come for classes and as you interact with each other in our university. Thank you.
Kisii University kwanza waachie namba kwenye wataka kulearn mambo na modeling.
Okay, if you want to join our modeling club, you can reach me through 07 35 80 70 16. Thank you.
Wanaume kwani mnakaaje? Sioni mkiandika namba. Kwani nyinyi mnakaaje? Kwani you do? Mr. Campus.
Hello. Machaji na Manyulis, Mkoaje? They always say, in a place where you're not known, you'll always be judged by your dressing code. Sawa. Kwa majina naitwa Isaac Tsumo, current Mr. Kisii University 2026-2027, a fourth year student pursuing criminology and security studies. Thank you.
Siwachie namba. So we have reached the end of the introduction of the congressmen and the women of the KSUSA wing, the Kisii University Student Association. Now, we are glad to have you in this institution. We will continue interacting as time goes, especially during part of this week, and we expect to have known each other properly, and we will guide you as it is required. Asanteni sana kwa kuingia Kisii University, na ni shukrani sana. Kwanza tunawapea pongezi kwa kutia bidii katika masomo yenu ya high school, na tunaendelea na tunaomba kuendelea na bidii hiyo ili kufanikisha masomo yetu katika chuo kikuu. Shukrani.
Thank you so much, the House of Congress, and to our new students. Nataka tuwafunze salamu ya campus. Mkiambiwa comrades power, mnasema power. Comrades power. Power. Hiyo ni salamu yenu. At this moment, allow me to welcome the executive members. Karibuni sana. We are going to begin with the Special Needs Secretary. Karibu sana, Madam Joyce.
Comrades power. Comrades power. My name is Joyce Kemuto, the Special Needs Secretary, a third-year student here in Kisii University, pursuing education. I just want to welcome you all to Kisii University. Congratulations for making it here, and we are glad to have you. This is just the beginning of a beautiful life, so work hard. Where are my PWD people? Where are they? Can I see them? Okay, so thank you so much, and you are all welcome. Thank you so much. And also we have a committee. Where are my PWD people? I can see our sign interpreter here. Wako wapi? Okay, let me leave my number for the PW people. They can be shy maybe to raise up their hands. My number is 0714 105 159. We will communicate more. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joyce. And I want to introduce our SG. She will continue introducing our members of the executive. Madam Grace Karim.
Comrades power. Comrades power. First year saseni. Wana mmeboeka sana hivyo. Good afternoon. My name is Grace Kambua. I'm a third year student pursuing tourism and hospitality management. I am the KSUSA Secretary General, and I'm glad to welcome you to Kisii University. This is the best place to be. We have the best environment and the best facilities and the best lecturers, the best professors around to teach us and to guide us. I want to continue to introduce the members of the executive, and we have already heard from our special needs secretary. Now it's time that we welcome our sports director, Mr. Godu. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon once again. Yes, I'm Godwin Odhiambo, the Sports, Culture and Entertainment Secretary. So, tunapatana Thursday na Friday na kwa wale wa e-football na PS. Tuna organize tournament hapa juu. Inaanza on Thursday afternoon, and wapenzi wa soka, kuna mchezo ya Chelsea leo, tutapatana 9:30, game inaanza 10 hapa juu. Asanteni sana.
Okay, let's appreciate him. Yeah, next we have our treasurer. Tukiwa na yeye, comrades must enjoy. Hakuna kuinama. Let us welcome Lila.
Comrades, how are you? Comrades, how are you? As you can hear, my voice is a little bit sour. As you have heard, I'm the treasurer. Na vile wanasemanga pesa haitaki kelele. So as you can hear, my good name is Dylan Mugire. I'm a 4th year law student, and I have the privilege to serve as the treasurer to the student union. So all I can say is, it's always like to see many fresh faces. I don't know if you are glad we are here for the gist of just joining university, or you are glad because you want to pursue education and follow your career. So all I can say is welcome, welcome to Kisii University. Thank you.
Okay, let's appreciate him. Next, we have our academic secretary. We all know the core purpose that we are here. It's because of our academic purpose. So let's hear from her.
All protocols already established. Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Wanjara Jenga, the Academic Affairs Secretary. I'm a 4th year Bachelor of Arts Communication and Media student. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to Kisii University. Congratulations for passing in your KCSE, getting the C+ and above, and now you're here. I want to remind you and urge you to maintain the main business of your being here, that is our academics. You're going to have other peripheral issues you're going to want to engage and indulge in, but do not forget why you're here. Do not forget to attend classes. As you've been told, there's not going to be a bell to remind you where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. So be an adult, because you are, and drive yourself, direct yourself, go to class, do your readings, do your assignments, and engage with your lecturers and everyone that is pertinent with their academic life here. I'd like to also encourage you to join these professional cohorts. As you've already been told, join them. They're very important. They supplement what you learn in class. You network with your fellow peers, and you learn and grow and be better. Because university is not just about getting a degree after your 4, 5, 6 years tenure here. there's life after uni, and it starts now. So start building yourself. You're a brand, so work on yourself and nurture yourself, your gifts, your capabilities. Be more than what you came here as last week. So also, you're going to be choosing class representatives. So class representatives are very important. They link you to your CODs, your lecturers, help in like managing how classes are done and things like those. So that's something that you're going to be doing in the course of the week or maybe even next week. You're also there are lots of academic issues. So you have your Congress people. Your Congress person is a link to you and your school administration, and your Congress person also raises issues to me. And I, together with the members of the executive, will raise up your issues to the administration and make sure that they are catered for, because we want you to have a streamless living and basically a seamless life throughout your tenure here. We want you to just be seamless and comfortable. Welcome to Kisii University. Wishing you all the best and may God bless you. Have a nice day and a nice week.
Okay, let's appreciate her. Tupigie makofi. Yeah, she has really said a lot of nice words. I hope tumesikia. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you back. To welcome you again to Kisii University. Karibuni sana. You feel that you are in the best place ever. May God guide you through the 4 years that you are going to be around this institution. May God help you in everything that you do. May you respect yourself, respect each other, respect our lecturers. In whatever you do, remember the main purpose that you are here. Be guided, jiheshimu wewe mwenyewe kwa kila kitu yenye unafanya, unajiheshimu, unajiweka kama priority. Don't let anyone mislead you. Mtu asikwambie ni Friday tuende tukateleze ama anything. Have your standards. Barikiwe sana, karibuni sana Kisii University. You have the best leaders, your Congress people, the executive. They are here to represent you and to listen to your concerns. Msiteseke mkikuwa hapo. If you face any challenges, reach to them. They'll reach to the Dean of Students, who is our mom, and utasaidika. Barikiweni sana. Let me welcome back our Vice President.
Thank you so much, our leaders, for the powerful words you have said. As I finish, just know that you are no longer visitors. You belong to Kisii University, and here is your new home. And apart from your classwork, just know that there is more activities in the university. Just make sure that you build long life networks, make long life relationships. And also make sure that you join various clubs. There is various clubs from religious cohorts to county cohorts. Make sure that you join them. I started as a class rep, so just know that you are there today and you'll be here today. No, you are there today, and by the end of your 4 years of course, your 6-year course, you will have made changes. Asanteni sana, tunawapenda na karibuni Kisii University. Thank you so much. Our president is not around, but he will address us tomorrow. Asanteni sana.
We didn't appreciate our Kisii leadership well. Able to appreciate with 5 factorial. Tuanze moja mbili. Thank you so much. I think we are 10 minutes late for lunch. I want to appreciate you for your patience. Najua mmechoka. But naomba tupate maombi kutoka kwa Hillary speaker ili tuweze ku break for lunch. But before that, I'm requesting that we keep time so that we are here for the afternoon program. The university's fund team is here with us, the way Dean said, and they shall be at the Fruit Center. In case you have any challenges with scholarship, you are asked to visit the tents in the course of the day. I'm requesting that by 2, we should be seated here. Then let us keep time, please.
Just an emphasis on what he has said. In the afternoon, we are going to have matter security, which is extremely core, both within and the surrounding community and from the county. So kindly ensure that you're here, because security starts with you. Keep time, make sure you get here, and let our orientation coaches remain behind shortly as we move. And then kindly remember, tomorrow we are going to start our program very, very early. And it is going to be culminated in the afternoon by the address from our Vice Chancellor. Ensure that you're well dressed, ensure that you keep time so that we are able to be there. And those ones who are defying the various instructions we are giving, know that you're starting on the wrong note. God bless you. Enjoy your lunch.
Let's believe and pray in our minds, in our memory, in our concentration, light from the crown of our heads, the very soles of our feet. Lord, keep us free today from evil, sin, temptations, attacks, and applications, fear of men, sickness, disease, doubts, anger, calamities, and from all that is not of thy kingdom. We pray and believe in the name of God. Amen.